No one in the village thought he was special. Not because he was bad, but because he was ordinary. He wore the same faded shirt to school, carried no bag most days, and when the teacher asked questions, he rarely raised his hand. Not because he didn't know the answers, but because he didn't want to be noticed. Yet every night when the village went dark, something happened that no one ever saw, and that's where this story really begins. The village was quiet after sunset. No streetlights, no Wi-Fi signals, no glowing screens in every hand, just darkness and crickets. The boy's name was Rafik. He lived in a small mud house at the edge of the fields, where the wind always carried the smell of soil and hard work. His father worked all day in other people's land. His mother stitched clothes for neighbors. Education wasn't discussed much in his home, not because they didn't value it, but because survival spoke louder. Rafik walked to school every morning, 5 kilometers, dust on his feet, sun on his face, hunger in his stomach. At school, other boys talked about things he couldn't relate to: phones, internet videos, online answers. Rafik had none of that. No internet, no books at home, no one to guide him. Only a blackboard he couldn't take with him, and a dream he didn't know how to reach. One afternoon, the teacher announced something that changed everything. There will be a scholarship exam, he said, for students who want to study further. The classroom buzzed. Students whispered excitedly. Rafik didn't. He lowered his head, because he knew something painful. He didn't even have the syllabus book. That evening, while other boys played outside, Rafik sat on the floor of his house, empty hands, quiet room. His mother noticed. "What happened?" she asked gently. He hesitated, then said softly, "There's an exam." She waited. "I don't have the book." Silence filled the room. Not the angry kind, the helpless kind. That night, Rafik couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling made of tin and wood, and a thought kept repeating in his mind. If I don't try, my life will look exactly like today, forever. That scared him more than failure. The next day, he did something unexpected. Instead of going straight home after school, he stayed back. He copied notes from the blackboard long after others left. He asked the teacher questions, quietly, respectfully. Sometimes the teacher answered. Sometimes he didn't have time, but Rafik kept coming. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're listening to this story and feeling something heavy in your chest, if you know what it feels like to want more with fewer resources, subscribe to this channel. Formed in Silence is for people who grow without applause. And if this story already matters to you, like the video, not for numbers, but to tell yourself you still believe in effort. Now listen carefully to what happened next. Rafik began creating his own system. At night, he sat near a small kerosene lamp. He rewrote lessons from memory, drew diagrams on the floor with chalk, explained concepts out loud to no one. He didn't know if he was right, but he knew one thing. Doing something imperfect was better than doing nothing perfectly. Other boys laughed when they saw him studying like that. "Why are you trying so hard?" they asked. "You won't get selected." Rafik smiled politely. He didn't argue, because deep inside he had learned a powerful truth. People doubt what they don't understand. Days turned into weeks, the exam closer. Rafik felt fear, real fear. But it wasn't fear of failing. It was fear of stopping. So he kept going. Rain or heat, tired or hungry, he showed up, every single day. The night before the exam, the village was unusually quiet. Rafik sat outside his house, staring at the sky. No revision notes, no last-minute videos, just thoughts, and one silent promise to himself. Even if I fail, I will never say I didn't try. The exam hall felt overwhelming. Big desks, new faces, questions that looked unfamiliar. For a moment, his hand shook. Then he remembered the nights under the lamp, the chalk on the floor, the quiet effort. And slowly, he began writing. Weeks passed. Life went back to normal. Fields, school, routine. Until one afternoon, a man came to the village with a list. Names were read out loud. Rafik stood at the back, not expecting anything. Then he heard it, his name. Once, then again. People turned around, confused, surprised, silent. Rafik didn't jump, didn't shout. He just closed his eyes. Because in that moment, he understood something that would guide him forever. Resources help, but determination decides. Today, Rafik still lives simply, but his mindset is different. He knows now. You don't need everything to start. You just need enough courage to begin. Some people wait for the right conditions. Others become strong because conditions were never right. And if this story stayed with you till the end, remember this. What you're becoming is often formed in silence, long before the world notices.